After that, this trick became my dream lover, made me unforgettable, thinking about her all day and all night. Let me ask you a question before we begin. When you were learning to pen spinning, have you ever been deeply attracted to a own single trick? You won't stop until you get it. You think that if you learn this one move, you will have no regrets for your entire career. Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Mr. Nope. When I first started pen spinning 13 years ago, I saw this video. Oh my goddess. This trick just flew into my heart. That's when I knew the name of the trick, the Pinkybak pop spin. After that, this trick became my dream lover, made me unforgettable, thinking about her all day and all night. But at that time, this kind of trick was not popular in China, and also I know how bad my level is. So many great spinners haven't practiced this trick, who am I to dare to do so? So I made up my mind.
Why should I let myself be unhappy? I will never watch such awesome videos again!
So I went into goblin mode and got comfortable for so many years. This is why pen spinning makes me feel free. It has no homework and no exams. No one says you have to learn what tricks by what time.
Is that why my level is still so bad?
Continuous Pinkybak around pop spin. As the name says, the pen suddenly catapults into the air in the Pinkybak, like a pop. To be clear, this is an advanced move and you need to have the basics of Pinkybak 1.5. If you don't have the basics of this trick yet, don't worry, I'll teach you about it in the next video, so please subscribe to this channel. Hey, hold on, you can also watch this video first to understand the trick. What if you could practice it? Also, as a power trick, using longer and heavier mod can make the trick less difficult on a physical level. Alright, now let's go. At first, like Pinkybak, we started with the neophyte back around. The pen slides clockwise from the index and middle finger, spin half a circle to the pinky, and then follows the inertia to do a Pinkybak. Okay, from this step on it is different from Pinkybak 1.5. When the pen is around the back of the pinky finger, lift the whole arm up and push the pen up, and the pen will rise into the air. The pen spin one circle in the air and lands on the back of the hand. Spin half a circle on the back, and then raises the pinky and returns to the gap between the ring and pinky finger. Now the trick is complete. The whole trick breaks down into 2.5 circle. It's 3/4 of a circle around the pinky finger. 1 circle in the air. After fall, half circle on the back of the hand. At last, the pinky finger catches and completes the remaining 1/4 circle of the beginning section. So if you're practicing and you find that the visuals are not quite the same as the presentation, then you need to check if there is an error in the number of circle. Okay, so this is the basic principle. Now let's break down the details. Back when I was teaching base trick, I split one trick into 3 stages: the begin, the process, the end. Then in the aerial trick, all the air part can also be divided into 3 stages: launch, process, land. As the name says, launch is the stage when the pen is ready to jump, including the launch contact point, orientation, and force application. The launch contact point includes the hand point and the pen point. The process is the process of the pen in the air, including number of circles and angle. The land is the stage in which the pen falls back on the hand, including the land contact point and the way of receiving force. Similarly, land contact point also include hand point and pen point. After confirming these 3 stages, we can break down all the aerial tricks like this, one by one. Break the whole into pieces, divide and rule, break it down individually. Sounds a little complicated. Don't worry, let's give it a try. Apply this method to the aerial part of the Pinkybak pop spin. First, the launch part. This section is mainly for the launch position and timing of the exercise. When the pen around the pinky finger 3/4 of the way, keep the back of your hands flat. Close pinky flat with other fingers. The center of the pen is on the back of the pinky finger. The pen is perpendicular to the finger. Now this is the launch position. In this stage, the launch contact points are the root of the pinky and the center of the pen. The orientation of the pen is perpendicular to the back of the hand. Also, this is the time to launch. When you notice that the pen has reached this position, you need to start preparing to lift your arm and push the pen. If the timing and position of the launch is wrong, the pen may tilt on the back of the hand, and if you push the pen hastily at this time, the trajectory of the pen will become skewed and uncontrolled. Alright then, we can repeat this stage. When the pen goes around the back of the pinky finger, quickly raise your arm and push the pen up, then catch the pen in any way. Practice until you can lift the pen in a horizontal trajectory every time, and then you've truly mastered this part. After learning to launch, you can practice the process of spinning the pen in the air. In this trick, the pen needs spin 1 circle horizontally in the air. If you've mastered the basics of the launch part, then the pen will spin at a horizontal angle in the air. The only thing left to practice is the number of circles. The number of circles in the air is mainly affected by speed and height. The faster the speed of the pen, the shorter the time of the pen in the air spin one circle, and the lower the height of the pen from the hand. The slower the speed of the pen, the longer the time of the pen in the air spin a circle, and the higher the height of the pen from the hand. Then we can repeat this phase with our own applying habits. Also starting from the launch part, if you're pinky back fast, then you need to reduce the amount of time the pen stays in the air, reduce the height of the pen from the hand. If you're pinky back slow, then you need to increase the amount of time the pen stays in the air and increase the height of the pen from the hand. Practice until you can spin exactly one full circle in the air each time in a horizontal trajectory, then you've mastered this part. Now we are just one last step away from the success of the whole trick. Unlike most aerial tricks, the pop spin direct wires spin a half circle on the back of the hand after the pen land before returning the pinky. This is also the hardest part of the whole trick. So many people stumble on this part. I once gave up practicing because this part was too difficult to master. But today I'm going to give you a free tip for mastering this part quickly. Okay, so back to the point. If you've mastered the part where the pen spins once in the air on a horizontal trajectory, all that's left is to find the land contact point. The key detail is, the hand contact point of this land point is on the second knuckle of the middle and index finger, and the pen contact point remains in the center of the pen. Basically, our pen launches from the root of pinky and lands between our index and middle fingers. Why would there be such a distant span instead of a launch landing at the same position? Because we have to connect the next half circle of spin. The feeling of the pen falling on the index and middle finger and then doing a half circle spin is exactly the same as the neo back around at the beginning. That is to say, by changing this position, the whole trick will be reset, and the pen will return to the original position. In theory, if you start well enough, the end will be just as easy. So what we need to practice specifically is this part of the contact point switching. The method of practice is also very easy. We can just practice this switch part first. Put the pen to the launch point at the root of your pinky finger. Lift the pen up and catch it with your index and middle finger until you land in this position very easily each time. After this switch is mastered, now we can add the previous launch and process. With the air spin, after landing, spin half a circle, and finally raise the pinky to catch the pen. There is another point that needs to be explained is that you may notice in slow motion that although I say the pen spin once in the air, but the pen only spin half a circle in the air after leaving the hand, and the pen still spin half a circle in the hand before leaving the hand. And that's because when I talk about the launch part, I focus on the timing of the launch. When the pen is in this position, you need to start lifting your arm, so before the hand and pen are separated, the pen will still spin in the hand. And if I say that the pen only needs to spin half a circle in the air, you may miss the best time to push the pen, resulting in the wrong visual effect of the trick. The beginning is the end is also the beginning. This trick is like an Ouroboros, loop, callback, inclusio. I believe that during the practice process you will find that although each part can be practiced individually, but it is not so easy to link them. If your launch part is not timed correctly, the pen's trajectory will not remain horizontal. If you do not stabilize in one circle during the process, the trajectory is more or less. The landing of the pen is easy to stagger the position and cannot link the half circle on the back. If the land contact point is not correct, there is no way to get the feel of the neo back, and the pen spins will out of control and randomly, unable to finish steadily or link to the next round. Therefore, the fault tolerance rate of this trick is actually not high. If you want to continue to do it, you need to maintain a high degree of focus. Unlike some tricks you even can do with your eyes closed. In addition, there are other factors affecting the success rate of this trick, such as the weight and inertia of props mentioned earlier, as well as the influence of friction. The greater the friction, the easier it will be to stick the pen to the hand, which can reduce the probability of the pen slipping. If your hands sweat a lot, you should theoretically learn this trick more easily than others. If your hands are dry like mine, you can also try using anti-slip wax or skincare glycerin, both of which increase the friction between your hands and your pen. Okay, that's all for this video. If this video helped you, please like it. If you have any questions about this trick, you can tell me in the comments section. If you learned this trick after watching the video, you are also welcome to tell me in the comments. Your support is my motivation to create. I'm Nope. See you next time.